An aero chamber is a device that is not absolutely necessary for the proper use of inhaler. Rather, it makes using this device a lot easier. Your provider has prescribed this device knowing that it will assist you in getting the maximum dose of your medication. Before you use an inhaler for the first time, the device needs to be primed. To do this, first remove the inhaler from the box and take off the cap that covers the mouthpiece. Being sure to point the inhaler away from you, depress the canister to release a fine mist. Remove the protective caps from both the inhaler and the aero chamber, and visually check the aero chamber for foreign objects before each use and ensure that all parts are secure. Insert the inhaler mouthpiece into the aero chamber unit, and while holding the aero chamber firmly, replace the cap and shake the unit briskly 4 to 5 times. After you've completed these steps, you're now ready to take the inhalation. Remove the cap from the mouthpiece and exhale normally. Place the mouthpiece of the aero chamber in your mouth between your front teeth and close your lips tightly around it to form an effective seal. Ensure that your tongue remains flat and does not block the mouthpiece. At the beginning of the inhalation, activate the inhaler unit, which sprays the medication into the aero chamber device. Remember to spray only 1 puff from the inhaler at a time. Make sure that the inhaler mouthpiece is not held at an angle in the aero chamber. It should point straight toward the mouthpiece for the best performance. Begin breathing in the contents slowly and deeply through your mouth until a full breath has been taken, and then hold that breath for 5 to 10 seconds. The aero chamber will begin to whistle if you're breathing too quickly. If this happens, simply try to slow your breathing. It is okay if it takes more than 1 breath to completely inhale the medication. With each breath, close your mouth and continue taking the breath for a few more seconds and hold it for about 10 seconds. Then exhale through your nose. If the directions on your prescription state that you are to use a second puff and you feel that you need it, wait at least 1 minute between puffs and repeat the process reviewed earlier. By waiting at least 1 minute between doses, the second dose will provide more beneficial effects. Remove the inhaler from the aero chamber and replace the cap on the inhaler for storage until the next use. Just a reminder, you only need to prime an inhaler before its first use, after cleaning, or if you haven't used the inhaler for 2 weeks or more, not between each use. If you're using a steroid inhaler, rinse your mouth with water after each use. And remember, if your physician has prescribed both a bronchodilator and a steroid, you should use the bronchodilator like albuterol before using the steroid inhaler or discus. It is important to keep the unit clean, and this can be accomplished by removing the metal canister and cleansing the plastic case and cap and rinsing thoroughly in warm water when necessary. Thoroughly dry the plastic case and cap and replace the canister with a twisting motion. And always remember to check for foreign objects in the unit prior to each use. It is also important to keep the aero chamber clear and free of debris.